himself and what he's allowed in his server is not acceptable in terms of if you're going to conduct predator investigations. And on top of that, I've caught him lying multiple times. I didn't cover all of it in the video because I didn't want everything to get lost in the weeds, and the video was already 36 minutes as it was. Cass has lied about things I've told him. The way Cass has approached Lagovirt here, I personally took issue with. And the way that Cass has been conducting himself in general has not been befitting of a man that should have better integrity than that. I've spoken also to Lagovirt about things that have gone on in this server, and the fact that, got to go ahead and put this on the table, when Purple Yinbo was copyright striking people, I knew why they were doing it. They were doing it to try to get people's doxes. So I contacted Lagovirt, and I gave Lagovirt my personal information, my docs, to file counter notifications. Because I did not want this person getting a hold of Lago's information. The things that have been discussed here, the accusations made, for lack of a better word, no, I will not accept their jokes. Is a disservice to the kindness I have shown Lagovirt, including the fact that when his video dropped, I had a private call with Lagovirt. I didn't drag him in his server, and that is unacceptable. The fact that he allowed things to go on without even telling me, that is not okay. I'm a public figure. Lagovirt has talked to me directly multiple times and didn't even have the decency to tell me this is being discussed. I had to find out through other means.
Okay, so I want to say real quick, is not Benji's number one priority to be in the server constantly, moderator constantly. He has other stuff he has as priorities. And once again, these threads are made for people to talk about whatever they want in a contained manner as long as it is within the rules.
I can accept part of that. Sorry, just one more. I can accept part of that, but the thing I can't accept is that he didn't know because he was active in that thread.
I'm not saying he didn't know. I'm saying it's not his priority to be in here constantly.
It's his priority to handle something of somebody he knows about and at least let me know what's going on, because that communication is open. And I would do the same for him, and he knows that.
It is more so my fault in not letting my mods be aware of what the situation is.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why I'm not angry at your mods at this point. And again, I didn't really see the mods in there, from what I recall, running their mouths about things they shouldn't be. While I can understand Yaggert being a bit chuffed about the fact that I've come in and said this stuff, Yaggert doesn't have full context for our back and forth.
I mean, it ain't even that like I'm mad or anything. It's just like, bro, I'm fucking tired today. I figured this was about to be a raid, and I was not gonna have it.
If I may also add, it is somewhat Benji's responsibility for the server, even if he's not on 24/7. It is his server, and he is the head of it. It is very much his responsibility.
I'm saying that it is not like his job, his priority number one to be here constantly, to keep an eye on it all the time.
No, and he has admitted to that he screwed up and didn't let his mods know, but that is his mods' then responsibility, and he has multiple of them. If he's not letting them know, who does it fall back on? It falls back on him because it is his server.
That is more so.
Yeah, and I told him that yes, he does need to let us know if and when stuff's going on.
Right, and he didn't, so whose responsibility is that to let you guys know what's happening?
Yeah, that one is his fault. We can't be aware of stuff if he doesn't tell us. I'm saying that, yeah, he does need to let us know this stuff.
But then you're also saying it's not his fault because he can't be on 24/7. So
I'm saying it's not his fault that he's not.
I'm just kind of pointing out a contradiction here. I'm not trying to be rude. I apologize if I am talking over you. But it is very much his fault for this entire situation. For not letting his mods know, for letting these people stay in here.
Yeah. And Lagovirt has expressed that he is apologetic for it, while Peaches has not accepted that. I have, because I'm a Christian, and that is my obligation.
Hold on, I gotta go eat.
Peaches, are you in this call?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just misremembering. Did you ever legitimately call Lio daddy in your video?
No.
No.
So then where's this claim that I've heard in this server specifically where you called Lio daddy? Where's
It's what
that coming
every
from?
So
it's what every weird
So I-
sexual deviant says.
Mm-hmm.
It's what
I
all of them
know,
say.
I know for a fact that that was brought up. People were questioning it. Someone had come in and said, "No, that wasn't said," and people just kind of ignored that. I do know that happened. I don't know who said it was just being ignored, but I do know that that was said.
It was from the same group of people who also made a video saying that I should be sexually assaulted as punishment, though. So
Well, so it's, Cass's crew and Fursky.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where that
Yeah.
it's the same people.
I mean, I don't keep up with the majority of people who make content. So I mean, I can't say anything on that.
Because I know that in Senate, sometimes people will think it's really funny to try to call Lio daddy. But even then, most of the mods, admins, and Lio himself shut that down real quick because that's fucking gross. The fact that that's getting perpetuated anywhere is foul and needs to stop.
Yeah, because I'm genuinely sick of it, and it's not even about me. Let me be very clear here, because some people seem to think that running around and saying that's going to trigger me mostly. No. Every single member of my found family that I've taken under my wing, which, by the way, isn't just some, fandom family, this is my fandom daughter. No, I support these people. I house one of them. I'll be housing another one of them soon. I take care of these people. And the thing is, it doesn't even bother me as much as it bothers them because they are victims of sexual assault. And the first thing people do when they want to take shots at me is they try to attack my family. Which tells me one of two things. Either one, they're too stupid to know how to actually insult me, or two, they're just that desperate. Or both.
And with the extra 3 that they just find taking shots at people who they think are being abused is funny. Which I already mentioned to Lago earlier shouldn't be happening if you're going around them making videos about predators when really you're just turning a blind eye or encouraging or joining in on conversations, basically taking shots at what you think is Lio, but then just actually sexualizing the people who you're saying is being abused and stuff. It's gross.
Is morally repugnant. We can sit here and we can do the whole LOL, morals are dumb, morals are gay nonsense all day long, but the truth is not a single person in this call that doesn't have them. The fact that people think morals are dumb is in itself moral indecision. It is a moral decision they are made. Oh, real quick, Pizza, since I see you're since you're undeafened now. I was telling everybody else that so far, the only person I've seen conduct themselves with any decency on this in terms of the people who were on Cass's side was you. Because so far, you hadn't wronged me in any way, shape, or form. You never made any weird jokes to my knowledge. You never sexualized anything. So I was just making it clear that when I'm addressing people on Cass's side of this back and forth, I'm not specifically referring to you.
Yeah, when it comes to that shit, I want to make it known that I'm completely unbiased when it comes to, both sides at this point, because if you weren't aware, I had a falling out with Cass recently, because I heard. I started seeing some inconsistencies, I pointed them out, and then I got jumped for that. So, but when it comes to the jokes and shit like that, I haven't made any direct jokes myself, at least publicly, but I have laughed at them. I don't see people making jokes on the internet as a big deal, but I'm just going to, say up front that what you and Peaches and whoever else, have, like the adopted thing, I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to. It's two adults, right? It's not that big of a deal, and I mean, it's the internet. People are going to make jokes. I wouldn't take anything anybody says seriously. There are more important things to focus on, in my opinion.
There can be, but at the same time, when it's done specifically with the intention to cause that problem, because it has been intentional. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. You had people making confessions talking about how I date 13-year-olds, and no, I don't find that as a hee-hee-ha joke, because you saw how I responded when somebody made that joke about Vlad. You brought it to my attention, and I immediately removed it, and I told the person never say that again.
Yeah. In my defense, I didn't watch the confessions. There was always activity in there, and it was just exhausting, constantly keeping an eye. And what was worse about it is that it's legitimately anonymous. It's not like I could, find out who the fuck did it.
Oh, somebody can, because there are ways to find it. But the sad thing about all that is, they were right
Wait, who was right about what?
about Vlad needing his hard drive checked. Vlad admitted in call with Cass that he has terabytes of Zoopborn.
Yeah, I was there in that call. He actually approached me in DMs a little bit ago, asking me if I was the one who recorded that and gave it to you. And
You were not.
Yeah, I told him that I wasn't, but he's wanting to know who did that so that he can know who he can and can't trust. But anyway, I was there, and I remember him saying that, and I did, if I remember correctly, I mentioned that it was fucking strange. He mentioned that he had screenshotted something on Twitter and shared it as a spoilered image in Cass's server, right? And apparently other people were aware of this. I was not at the time. In fact, when he mentioned it, I misinterpreted what he was saying. But when I finally, caught up to what the fuck was being said and I found what he posted, I removed that shit immediately. I was the one who'd removed that.
Good, you're the only person that had any brains there. But the problem is when you have an admin in a server that, let's be honest here, it's not like Senate. That server is primarily about that type of business. You can't have an admin that owns terabytes of that type of content.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
can't. Because the entire reason why people take issue with zoophilia is because animals can't consent and it's animal harm. And this lowlife, who has a child, by the way, a biological infant, owns terabytes of it? You don't just stumble on that stuff, man. You gotta go find it. That's not okay. And the fact that here's the thing. I knew things would be rocky with Cass in general. I'm the one that brought it to Cass's attention that he posted that on Twitter. I was genuinely expecting Cass to address it and remove him. But he chuckles about it. He thinks it's funny. No. That is not acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay, to be honest.
Not your fault. I mean, you probably should have said something, to be completely honest with you, because you of everybody in their pizza, man, you had like the iron rod of correction, and
I did say something. I questioned the fuck out of it. I'm like, why would you? And then he said, he has a folder dedicated to fucking with people. That's how he gets his enjoy. And I believe him. I mean, based on his fucking YouTube videos, some of the shit that he says is kind of fucking out there. I mean, you saw me respond to his first Coyote Lovely video, right?
yeah, and ends by calling Coyote like a child predator, which no, he's not. Has he done dumb things? Yeah. Am I defending Coyote? No. And I know Cass and crew are currently saying that I am, because they're genuinely too doggone stupid to look at what I posted.
Yeah, when Vlad posts shit like that, I don't think he's actually accusing anybody of like actually defending. I don't see anybody defending Coyote. If anything, everybody's against him. What he's trying to do is get a rise out of people. He likes the fucking shitstorm that follows the dumb shit that he says. That's kind of just what Vlad does.
I will say though that making this whole Coyote Lovely situation about the Fox Mafia and lying about what's said and all of this stuff is actually defending Coyote in a way, because it just takes all eyes off of what Coyote's done to see like a load of people getting riled up about a load of stupid stuff rather than what Coyote's done.
See, I kind of analyze it a little more deeply. Like, there's a difference between standing up in someone's defense and spewing random retarded shit that, inevitably distracts everybody from whatever point's being tried, like, people are trying to make. Like, there's...
Yeah, well, according to... Well, I don't know how much of Gilded Pooh's video you agreed with, but Pooh's own video was literally just, if you distract him from the point, you're defending it. So... Like, and I'm not saying that you standing up, that anyone's there standing up defending it. What I'm saying is that all this ridiculous nonsense, all it's done is just distract from the point. Because any outsider that tries to look into what Coyote's done gets bombarded with a load of nonsense and then don't bother. Like, I had to have someone come up to me who Coyote like ran to, and they couldn't even dig through all the nonsense to figure out what Coyote did. They had to like hold their hand through everything when it should be like really crystal clear what happened.
Where exactly were they looking?
It's because they were trying to look at like all the like cast stuff and the other videos. Gillipoos' video jumped out and they got so fucking confused. I think mostly it's because the cast rumor originated from like the Kiwi Farms thread went down, so they have a clue. But like it and then there's a lot of other contradictory stuff where everyone's lying about everything else. Like when really it's just everyone upset because people got criticized with one another. When really it's just like, okay, you got criticized, whatever. Move on with yourself. Move on for the better. The main problem is Coyote. But it seems that isn't the case because like all of this stuff has been dug into more and been given more effort than the Coyote situation. It seems that's what it feels like from the outside looking in.
Yep. And I mean, Coyote's Kiwi Farms thread is a fucking mess.
I haven't kept up with it since my last post.
Okay, real quick, so we can keep the conversation going. Pizza, it seems like you said something inappropriate to Indo. Would you mind apologizing?
Oh my god. The internet is not a safe... People are really going fucking nuts over something.
It was just a question, Pizza.
I'm not going to apologize for something that shouldn't be taken seriously.
So, because I was sexually assaulted, but it's completely okay to ignore that. And also, I'm a victim of grooming, so that's great.
Well, the thing is... Okay, hold on. I disagree with the joke Pizza made because, number one, I'm a prude. But Pizza, I don't think knew you were.
Okay, yeah. But wasn't Cass's friend group, like, spurging out to you about, the Rosa situation and how I'm a victim and everything?
But I don't... Okay, here's the thing. I don't know what all Pizza has seen or what all Pizza knows. Just like some people assume I know everything in my server, and I don't. So Pizza may not have seen the people spurging out, quote-unquote, about the Rosa call that you were involved in. Pizza, do you have any clue about that call?
That doesn't sound familiar in the slightest.
So...
All right.
Granted,
I guess that's fine. But yeah,
I still disagree with the comment being made, but I'm a prude, and we all know that. But
that's fair. As long as we can move past this at this point.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
I think we're all exhausted, to be completely honest with you.
But the one thing I wanted to ask about actually, apparently there was something said he had a collection of feral porn or something.
SETI was following feral porn artists on For Affinity.
Several.
Jesus.
See, this is... It makes me question shit a lot fucking more because I don't know whether or not...
Yeah.
I said this before. A lot of people joined, but I don't know whether or not it's coincidence that this happened. But shortly before I had my falling out with Cass and Fox Mafia in general, I had made it very clear because I got tired of, finding out that people were fucking in Cass's server troll shielding and whatnot. Right? And I made a very clear and direct statement that I was going to write up a script and thoroughly look into every single person's background in that server. And coincidentally, right after, I have a falling out. So I don't know if that's coincidence or if that's just... I don't know. I'm questioning a lot of fucking shit right now.
Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is some of the stuff has been known. Matter of fact, Pizza, I don't know if you were in the call at the time, but you were in the call when I brought up the SETI following feral artist thing.
Wait, repeat
it was
that.
The call.
I cut out.
I said you were in the call, I think, at least later on. You were in the call, I believe, that we had before the Coyote stream, like the Sunday before. And I know I brought it up then. And apparently he was just given a slap on the wrist, despite the fact that people wanted me to remove Coyote just for the follows.
I showed up to that call late. I think I popped in like immediately after waking up. Are you sure it was mentioned after I was...
I don't know, to be completely honest with you, but I can double check.
Okay, well, yeah, if I heard anything about SETI being affiliated with any of that, like, I would have questioned it. I wouldn't have stayed silent. But yeah, I don't fucking know. There's so many things popping the fuck up right now.
Hold on, just respond to somebody.
Benji, can you put a slow mode on the VC chat for now?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Is Keisuke on this call?
No, he's in the
Okay.
his server. I
Yeah,
can't.
I don't think he's in Benji's server.
No,
I
It was
can
a few
explain
minutes
a few
ago.
things for him because I've been talking
is in
to
the
him.
server.
Okay, so I want to address that real quick. Number one, I had no clue about the entirety of that backstory. I don't. If I did, I would have probably constructed that section about him differently. Because, number one, the other things he's done are still unacceptable. Both in excusing the bestiality porn, because again, Pizza just told me here he's the one that deleted it. It wasn't Keisuke. Keisuke was there when it happened. Keisuke is fine with it. And the other comments he's made, those will still hold weight. However,
So I
go
can.
ahead.
What KSK has said about that was, basically, he sees fucking Vlad as like an edgy little shit, and he was being sarcastic. All of his responses to Vlad has been pure sarcasm. Now, why he didn't delete it, I can't say. That's not something I know. But he was being sarcastic with his
He
response.
can say that all he wants, but I'm getting real tired of I was being sarcastic, I was joking as an excuse for abhorrent actions. Because even if that is a joke, the lack of action speaks volumes. That's a problem. That is still a problem. That is still sitting there and being complicit in that when you have the power to stop it. Or if nothing else, the power to raise unholy hell about it around Cass, and the choice was not made. I will still hold Keisuke responsible for that and the nonsense they've said about my family. If what you're posing here is true, and there was a sexual assault situation, I will find some way to make that right, because that's who I am. I will make an addendum, or I will snip it, or I will do something to make that right. But he's still accountable for the other nonsense.
You can ask, who was it? Fucking, Riddle of Lightning, because apparently that's who he DM'd that to. That was with those DMs.
At least according to my account here on mobile, Keisuke is still in the server. You could at him.
Yeah, I was saying he's not in the voice call at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get him in so we can talk to him politely.
He has made it clear that due to Busy Robot Hands response, in the, I know you can't prove a negative, but given the things I've seen from the server you stay in, Cassusburg Mafia, I can't trust you. Given that response, he said, fuck it, I'm not responding to any of these fuckers anymore, essentially.
Okay. My
He's
response
kind of
was
tired and pissed off.
No, it's fine. If Keisuke doesn't want to respond right now, Keisuke doesn't have to.
I mean,
However,
to be fair, he had his, whole sexual assault shit thrown at his face. So, I mean, I can't blame him for being kind of upset right now.
when he was going back and forth with Riddle about it, it was not ever brought up that it was sexual assault.
I mean, being brought into a room like that, given how his description of it, given the emotions he put into that, I think it's fair to presume that from that, or at the very least, he was not comfortable with that situation, and he found it extremely unnerving.
Dude, sorry, my apologies. I can find a lot of things uncomfortable without being sexually assaulted for it. I don't think that's a fair comparison to make, for lack of a better word, because I don't believe in actual fairness. But at the same time, what you're saying does have merit.
This phrase, so he is retarded or something, and must think I'm into it, and he starts rubbing my head and back and getting a bit too low. My flight or fight response kicks in, and at that point, my fat ass pretty much dives across the room like I'm John Wick, and I get the fuck out.
I see.
His words from that.
Was that from the DM he sent Riddle?
That's from what I posted from the DM he sent Riddle.
Okay, unfortunately, I didn't have access to that DM before the video being made. Again, I will find a way to make that right. One way or another. But it still doesn't excuse other things.
Oh no, I'm not saying that excuses. No,
I know.
The jokes.
But Iris, you got a massive heart, like you really do, and that's one reason why I like you. I get it. So I appreciate you bringing that to me. I do.
Hello.
Who just said hi?
Yeah.
You
Let's
asked
see
me to
here.
come here?
I did.
Yep.
Keisuke, I was not aware that you were assaulted there.
Yeah.
So for that, I will apologize, and I will find a way to make that right.
No.
However,
we have a lot to go over, so
all right,
let's
then.
make that the last thing.
I think it's the most important thing, Keisuke. Because I actually do care about things like that when they happen. So for that, while I may not have known, and I didn't, because I had no clue about that until Iris and somebody else messaged me about it after the video dropped. So I am genuinely sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, so the quick version of that one is I had talked to, and I know where this comes from, there are only two people in my life who know about this. One of them being Riddle of Lightning, and the other one being my actual partner. And my partner does not get himself involved in any of this stuff, so kind of rules out who it is.
Actually, I didn't find it out from Riddle.
Oh.
You posted about it in the jail cell.
Ah.
You and Riddle were beefing, and he made fun of you. And you responded with, well, I just turned 18. And my comment on the video is that nobody else gives anybody else any breathing room there, so we're going to apply that standard to you.
Fair enough.
The same thing with the fact that you were completely fine with the abhorrent nonsense, and actually you also encouraged the abhorrent nonsense about my found family. That is not okay. Neither is not raising Cain and deleting Gilded Pooh's nonsense and trying to get him out of the server, because if you have somebody in your server, especially an admin, who has and posts bestiality porn, there's a problem there.
I'll not disagree with that one.
Because here's what pisses me off. While I will give you an apology for what you went through, because that is my moral center, not a single one of you didn't know what Peaches has been through, because it was brought up. But you still made jokes about it. Still think that's funny.
I did not know that until just today. About Peaches at all, until literally just today.
Oh, so you didn't know anything about the Spocker video I put out?
I didn't.
The one that people were going on about how it's a smoke screen for all of my sins.
When did I say that the Spocker video was a smoke screen? I have not seen this video.
Your server's been talking about it, KSK. It's also been talked about in here. With SETI going on about commentary cover-ups, and I find it amazing that the big brave bear bailed the minute I took the mask off him.
I was not aware of that call either. I've not heard about any. So was there a call with him with you?
SETI was exposed for following feral accounts. Right before the Coyote stream. You know, because you were there. So
Yes,
I would like
I
to
did.
know, you tell me in one breath that he has less of an excuse. And then, well, it's fine. It's up to Cass to let him back in. No, you should have yeeted him then and there. This dude is unhinged. There's something wrong with him, man.
So as I told you, I had sent him in gay baby jail. Cass was the one who made the call saying that he will not be removed, but he will not be made mod either.
You guys literally got onto me wanting me to do something about Coyote because of that as well. About the art he follows. In fact, you made it a point. You specifically, because you and I talked about it on the forums beforehand, because you know I was distraught over finding it out. But SETI gets a slap on the wrist, and SETI also continues to schizo post. So here's my question to you people, and I'm not, when I say, I apologize, that's not the word I should use. But it's me trying to get out of old habits. But you know what? You guys sit there and you try to LARP that you care about each other, giving each other punishments. None of you actually care about each other because you wouldn't be enabling SETI's literal insanity if you did. Like, seriously, what's wrong with you people? You get criticized for less than 2 minutes, and your immediate response is to start literally LARP posting about wars and talking about how I have sex with my adopted family. Trying your best to find dirt on me, which, by the way, there's a reason why it's had to be fabricated. None of you are capable of it. Because it doesn't exist, Keisuke. Because I said in my server, and I'll say it here, end of the year, end of my life, I have to answer to a just and righteous God. And there's a lot more reason to be scared of him than any of you. So the only thing you're going to find in my closet are Gundam models. You guys can scrape and scrounge and get conspiracy theories all day, but I draw the line at you people dicking with my family. Because if I wanted to, I could dick with yours. But I don't. What is wrong with you people? Seriously, how is your immediate response to everything to do sexual harassment? I'd love to know where that comes from. Is that because you all furries? Is that it?
If I may also add something real quick. Why go after this guy when you all say it's just the internet, it's all jokes? Why is your immediate reaction to also go after someone who is basically doing nothing but reporting on shit that you guys are causing, and then you can't find shit on him and you make shit up? Why do that and then say, oh well, we were only joking about him sexually abusing his family? Where's the line drawn?
I want to say
the line drawn?
Don't say you all in reference to that. I don't know how many people exactly were like, "Oh, it was jokes, it was jokes." I saw like 2 people say that.
Hold on, we're not specifically talking about in this server itself. We're primarily right now talking about Cast Warfox's server.
Okay, I'm trying to manage like the fucking VC chat and this.
Okay.
And I want to apologize if I got a little angry there. But those kinds of allegations are life-ruining. Like, you can seriously mess up this man's life. And I know it's not specifically you again, it's the Fox Mafia people. But that kind of bullshit that gets tossed around can legitimately ruin someone's life.
Because here's the thing. I've already had one member of your server come into Senate and somehow think using my first name is going to spook me.
Even though you've given that out to literally fucking everybody.
Correct. But at the same time, I'm also not stupid. So having people running around trying desperately, and I do mean desperately, because you guys got so desperate you went to freaking Falconic Chaos, Bloodlord X. Are you kidding me?
I thought you gave Cass your personal information.
I did. I'm talking about how it can be tied back. My point is that the crew here, got desperate enough to bring freaking Falconic Chaos in to try to find dirt. Like, that's just goofy, guys. I say guys, I think Pizza, you were already gone by then. But Falconic Chaos, like, all you have to do, Bloodlord EX, all you have to do is, like, do a quick YouTube search. Because I can guarantee you, anybody who's coming to you saying they got dirt on me is because I bodied them somewhere.
Speaking of
or because I've exposed them. Or because I found out they're a degenerate and I've let people know about them. That dude used to spam child porn at Miss Anthropony because Miss Anthropony was rude to him once. There's an entire video about it where I literally called the dude's mom. But the server was so rabid to try to find dirt on me, cooking up conspiracies, they didn't even look into it until, holy crap, we found out now the dude's unhinged. And the funny thing about that is, now he's your problem because he's obsessive.
I've heard how ridiculous he is. Again, this is somebody else I did not know about until one day, just randomly, somebody in jail cell, or it was Drama Shit or Jail Cell, one of the 2 channels, just drops a video saying, this Bloodlord guy is a fucking retard. Now, during this time, I had been doing stuff in real life and had not been able to focus on Discord bullshit. So I was not aware that Bloodlord was a retard like that.
Thing is, like, you guys don't think there's something severely wrong when you're trying to find dirt on somebody because you got criticized in a video for 2 minutes. Do you know why I didn't respond to anything from your server?
I'm gonna take a guess that it was just to piss everybody off more and let people get more schizo.
Because I don't answer to any of you. I will answer questions. I will talk. I am transparent. Keisuke, I literally gave Cass my docs. I did to Benji too. And you know what? I would have, before all of this, to any of you, if you were being attacked in the same way. I'm extremely transparent to a literal fault. You're not going to find anything because it doesn't exist. That's the problem you guys are going to have. And the fact that this went this far, over less than 2 minutes of basic criticism, is insane. Literally insane. I saw what you guys were saying. I get notifications on my email when people message me. And for all the blustering, and just so Pizza's aware, you told me to check my messages and answer Cass the first time you messaged me about all this. Cass never messaged me on my main Pizza. Cass hasn't said a word to me.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, and it confused the shit.
You got
out
lied
of
to.
me. Yeah.
You got lied to. All of you got lied to.
What?
Yeah. Cass never messaged me on my main about any of this. He tagged me in the server when he was when he was psycho posting. Actually, that's not right. Obsessive posting. I'm not doing a bit, like I'm genuinely trying to get that out of my language. The dude, every time you criticize him, he makes like 4 or 5 announcements. He came in the server and caused problems and sit there and dicked with Lagovirt over a bad video. And some of you assisted in that. And instead of having the temerity to recognize, this is a bit too far, don't you think? Nope, Kent on with it. So here's how that's going to work. I literally, because Pizza, unfortunately, that poor soul, was stuck as the middleman while I was on my mobile alt, because I, hate to tell you this, was in the middle of trying to get that video about Spectre out, which wasn't fun. Just so you're all aware, it wasn't fun. Had to be the middleman, because Cass refused to, number 1, accept the friend request from my mobile alt, and number 2, show up at a middle ground, like a group chat, or even he could come into Senate. Which, by the way Senate works now, because, and actually the person who inspired that change is in this call, the Rosa call everybody was having a giggle at, talking about how Senate's stupid and all that.
Was that the one when they were calling the F word?
We were calling her things that we should not have. You are correct. Ponder called us out on that. So here's how it's worked going forward since then. We have something called the gallery, where the only way somebody can talk, unless they are a moderator, is to server mute and then server unmute somebody. Nobody else is allowed to talk. I offered that as well. I gave Cass a literal day and a pretty large gamut of hours. Cass walked. And I feel bad for Pizza, because Pizza had to be the middleman when he never needed to be. All Cass had to do was click on the thing that says accept friend request, and he chose not to.
So the entire time he never talked to you or anybody?
No. You want to see my DMs?
I'm taking you at your word.
Actually, it was that bad. He didn't even ever want to talk to me. Apparently, he was a bit too worried or whatever.
Apparently, she wasn't required for the conversation, despite it her being her video. Now, in fairness, when moderators do something out of line, it does come down to me, and I will correct that, but she didn't.
Okay, and I just want to say really quick to that little rebel, I believe that's Peach's Discord name. I was not aware of what happened to you until literally today. I did not see the Spectre video, and I will apologize for that. I will.
Yeah.
Also, to clarify something, the blood, whatever dude, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He jumped into Cass's server. I didn't leave before he got there exactly.
Oh, you poor soul.
Yeah, he hopped into one of my VCs, like the little custom VC, when it was Vlad and a handful of other people. And I could tell that there was something off about him, so I hit the record button, and I still have that recording. They weren't really trying to dig. The dude came in and just started volunteering a whole bunch of random fucking retarded shit about Senate. And the thing that he's obviously not very consistent, because not too long he had a falling out with the server when Cass called him out and shit. He went to Gilded Poo's server and started trying to pretend to be there for Senate, going after Cass and shit. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Fuck?
Yeah.
I do not know any of this shit until literally now.
Yeah, I woke up to like 600 fucking pings. The dude is fucking unhinged.
What the fuck is that guy?
Well,
okay, the fuck happened to him? Because So when I saw him, he typed like a retard, and all of his messages were just stuff like "lol, hi, how you do today." It'd be the dumbest shit. So I thought he was just some retard. I didn't think that he was some child porn posting monster.
Kisuke, I can send you a video that explains it if you'd like.
Yes, I would.
All right, I'll send it to you one second.
Thank you.
I have a question. Why do you enforce rules that you guys don't punish members for? That's my question. Like, I always thought that it's weird.
Who's that directed to?
The moderators of the server.
So me.
Which server? There's 3 moderators for
Benji's server.
Okay, so saying what I can't speak for everyone else. I get what I see. I'm not on all the time. I've had a lot of stuff happen this last month of my life. I have had to move. I have had to lose my job. I have had a lot of shit going on. I have not been checking in this server that much and for that long.
Mostly same for me. I've been preparing for a move that's going to be happening within the next month or 2. So my Discord has literally just been pop on, make a joke about Discord kittens, and then leave. That's it.
Yeah, but again, the problem is every single person in my found family. Because do you recognize that saying that it's not making fun of me? It's making fun of them.
The weirdest part about the sexual assault comments is the fact that as a sexual assault victim, it's kind of very, I don't know the word, but very discouraging to know that people make jokes like that. When technically it's like a trauma for them, and trauma is not a joke.
But no, like seriously,
I get that. Okay, I'll let you all in on a nice little secret that like not a few people have gotten to know until here recently. I am a
bro.
victim
Hold on. Keep in mind, you got a lot of people here you don't know. You don't dump anything if you don't think you can handle it.
Yeah, I don't care. Like I find internet stuff funny. If someone was to harass me with this info, they can go ahead. I'm gonna laugh. I recently gotten to remember because I don't know whether I suppress it or I just never second guess what happened. I've gotten to find out recently that I was a victim, and that has fucking torn me apart. However, I am on the principle that online I don't care what people say because it's the internet. People are going to say shit. They're going to be assholes. I'm only going to moderate it if it's like, slurs or direct insults at someone in the server.
If I may for a moment, how many mods are there in this server?
I believe there's 4. Yeah, there's
Lagos
there's 5
server,
mods.
Lagos.
There's 5 mods.
5 mods. Okay, so that kind of answers the question that 2 of you are saying that you guys were busy in your life, and that's understandable. I'm a mod in several servers that I'm busy in. I get that, but that doesn't excuse every single mod who sees this stuff and says, "Oh yeah, that's fine."
Yeah, and I think that's why I said I can't speak for the other mods. Like I can just speak on my situation.
And that's perfectly okay. And the problem is I understand Lago can't be there at all times to police his own server. I understand that. Again, I've owned several servers. I'm barely in them. That's fine. But it directly reflects on him and in his inactions when nothing happens.
Yeah.
So, I understand that, you're saying you had stuff happening in your life. That's perfectly fine. That excuses you, but out of 5 mods and an owner and nobody says anything. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and frankly, as somebody who owns a fairly large server, a couple of them, actually, if I found out my mods were hiding something like this or not addressing it with me, I'd be furious. And I do mean furious.
Exactly. In my server, if I found out something was happening like this, and again, I am barely active in my own server, if I found out about this, I would directly probably fire the entire mod staff because I would not be okay with that. And it is targeted harassment, even if it isn't people directly in the server. It's directed at victims. It's just not okay. It just isn't. There's nothing excusable.
That more so falls on myself because I didn't inform them about the situation. They didn't have the context of the situation, so they wouldn't be aware of that.
I get that, but even still, it's. And I appreciate that you take the brunt of that blame, but I even if you do, I still can't say that it's all on you. I accept that it is a large part your fault, but I can't say in good conscience that it's entirely your fault either. Is all I'm saying here.
There's plenty of blame to go around everywhere, including me, obviously. Like I said concerning that specific part, I will find a way to make that right, because that's my due diligence, because that's who I am. But there should have been somebody in that server, and the fact that there wasn't is very terrifying, and it should be, because these are people who are supposed to handle very, very life-destroying things. You have to be accurate. You have to be. You have to be like Old Testament prophet accurate. You're not 100%, you're going to get stoned, and not in the fun way. And your reaction to 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes of criticism is to go completely nuclear, to the point to where you're trying to dig up dirt on some random dude just because he won't answer for somebody. Like, how did nobody ever pump the brakes? That server isn't small. It has plenty of people. How did nobody pump the brakes on Fursky or Gilded or any of that when Cass is literally sitting there adding everyone with their garbage material? Like, guys, when you have somebody saying that I'm going to bust somebody's butt open with a barbed lion cock, you might want to dial it back a little bit.
What?
Yeah.
Noting on that, I can remember to this day I have not watched that video or any other of the videos that came out. I think Peaches mentioned something about it, and I responded was I don't even know what that is, and it's just because I've been so busy with things that I feel are more important than whatever fucking drama is going on between two. Sir, I haven't watched it, so
that's pretty much been the same for me. Despite what the Senate might think, I have not paid attention to all this shit. As I've said, what I pretty much go in is make my stupid little joke, which, by the way, I did not realize would be directed at other people. It was mostly supposed to be just a small little jab at you, Lio. That was it.
For what,
it was meant to be a jab.
wrong? What wrong have I done?
It's nothing wrong. It's literally the Discord kitten joke.
Discord kitten, implying that I'm grooming children. That's what a Discord kitten is, Keisuke. You know that. You know that.
I thought Discord kittens was just for anybody in a server, like any e-girl or any e-boy that's being dated by the server owner.
Keisuke, here's the thing that I think everybody here needs to freaking learn. You can just say you're sorry, man.
Just take the L.
You don't need to do a billion qualifiers about what you thought. If I'm telling you that it's a problem and you think you've done wrong, you can just apologize.
And I will. I am sorry for that.
Well,
I know you're saying that you were sorry for what you said about me. I mean, we've
and because I
fucked up things that were,
and because I'm a Christian and it is a requirement of my faith, I do forgive you, Keisuke. But it's not really me. I think you owe an apology to. And the sad thing is, I don't think she's going to. She's been through a lot, man. You don't have a clue. I mean, you guys should have, because the minute her video dropped, you all started. I say you all generally. Vlad certainly did start scrounging for dirt on her too, over 2 minutes of criticism. This is genuinely terminally online behavior. Like, you said that you're trying to get away from that. Good. Here's what I recommend for you as a man who is 37 years old and has been around the block. Focus on your real life. Get a consistent set of moral standards. Be kind to the people around you and try to do some good.
And that's what I've been trying to do, because this whole fucking thing is gay as shit. It really fucking is.
Then why did you engage with it at all? Pizza didn't engage in the type of stuff that you did. The worst thing Pizza did was go in and have a few arguments with people about whether or not something was said in a video. Pizza never came and called anybody a Discord kitten.
So I'd like to address what Lucky M is saying, because they're saying I'm being silent. I'm being silent so that Lio can finish everything that he's saying.
Which I appreciate.
So
Pizza was trying to
reason
say
why
something as well. Go ahead.
reason why I joined in this shit and stayed around, I don't know. I see two Discord servers fighting. I find it hilarious no matter what. It doesn't matter what two servers they are.
Full disclosure, when the shit like was in its prime, like the shitstorm regarding Peaches, I did say something in Cass's server along the lines of like, I'd go and comb for information and point out certain things and whatnot. But not too long after that, I started noticing some faults on Cass's end, which at that point I came to the realization of, it's like if I were to actually dedicate myself to that shit, I'd end up looking stupid at the end of the day. So I bailed on that.
What's it like knowing you're the only functional adult in that entire server?
I don't know. It
sucks, doesn't it?
Part of me is still wanting to give Cass the benefit of the doubt, because like he was a lot more consistent back in August when I first joined his server and shit, but here lately he's kind of been on like a downward nose spiral, and he's said several times, more times than I can count, that this drama, as well as everything else, some things that he hasn't even mentioned, like a whole bunch of shit has been affecting his mental state very much. And whenever he comes back to, because it's been several times that he's stated that he's supposed to be on vacation and shit, and then some petty drama might, start up in the server, regardless of whatever the fuck it's about. He'll come back and then he'll bitch like, I'm supposed to be on vacation, but it's really, he's the one, only he has the power to be on. He's making the decision to come back. It's like he's refusing to take temporarily leave and fucking detox himself, and that's affecting his mental state. That's kind of just what my assumption is.
Oh, trust me.
Apparently he is on vacation right now, even though he's still messaging in the server. Apparently he's on vacation.
Oh no, trust me, I know how that feels because I'm inundated with this stuff 24/7. After that video dropped, I've had 6 people DM me about them being preyed on. I don't do this for some asinine idea of clout. Most of my predator hunting, most of it, believe it or not, is quiet. I try to help them. I try to get them where they need to go. I help them file reports, all that type of stuff. I help them gather what type of evidence they need. While I started, like on Anthony's channel, doing the loud verbose, tearing them apart, which sometimes does need to happen, and not going to deny it can be very cathartic, I have found, when it comes to most cases, the quiet approach is better, because the majority of them aren't some massive internet figure. They're just some poor kid that's never had anybody do the right thing by them. And I cannot tell you how excruciatingly heartbreaking it is to have to tell some of these kids, I'm sorry, but if you can't tell your parents and can't call the police, I can't help you. And I live with that every single day. It is draining. It is exhausting. And now, one of the other people that I thought, in my foolishness, was on the same page as me. It took Coyote being dumb and 2 minutes of criticism to prove to me this person does not have the moral standards that I do. To him, it also is not about when somebody has been wronged. I'm not asking any predator hunter to be someone's psychologist or therapist. We're not made for that. We don't have that knowledge. We barely have the knowledge to do predator hunting. But I am asking that the reason for it be right. Yeah, it's fun to clown on dirtbags. Trust me, I do it often enough, one way or another. But if your first concern isn't helping a victim, you don't need to be doing this. And as far as Joshua Vita goes, Cass was given that information. But here's the sad thing. All that would have happened if Cass was to have pursued Vita when we first outed him, Vita would have been at home in Cass's place. Vita loved using slurs. He loved getting people's attention like that. It wouldn't have done Cass any good. We did the best we could. We found out 3 days later we exposed him. We had to catch him off guard. We had to make sure his victim was safe because he was going to absolutely target her and still does to this day.
Damn,
heartbreaking. Yeah. We just passed the cops more information. We just got about a 4th victim. Now, granted, Josh is currently on probation for 29 months for computer crimes because the cops didn't think they had enough about child predation because it happened so long ago. That is frustrating.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's what I live with. That's why I don't care for the LARPing. I don't care for the edge posting in terms of how tough we are. Dude, I could get into a wreck tomorrow and die. I might be a grizzled old man, but I don't think I'm invincible. Try to make something good with your lives. Good Lord. If you guys, and I mean this as a whole, if you guys want to do good, and I genuinely do hate to say this, because for the longest time I thought he was reliable. And I'm the last one! Every other person I've worked with, man, are gone! Either because they couldn't handle it, or because they were out there for doing duplicitous garbage. But if you're smart, you'll run from Cass's server. The fact that he has allowed all that to happen, and joined in on it, and encouraged it, and encourages his mod owning bestiality pornography, dude, run. Run like freaking Lot from Sodom and Gomorrah, and don't you look back. Run. That is not normal. That ain't cool, that ain't kosher, man. I will still do right by you. I will still do right by you, Keisuke. I will still put out an addendum there, so people are aware. I'll still hold you accountable for the other things you did, because that's egregious. If you're smart, dude, bail from Discord, focus on your own life, come back to another community somewhere else away from this garbage, because, dude, it's ugly, and I don't wish it on anybody.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, that, I can try and figure out how that. I've never used the YouTube editor. Try and use that to cut out the Keisuke part. I've not used it though, so I may need an extra.
You can
figure
do that.
out.
Again,
there are ways, but I don't know it. I don't know if that would be better, or if I just put a literal addendum
No,
out there.
I meant like so it's not continued in the video, not to not do the addendum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was just saying that like I don't know how to use the YouTube editor, but I know there's a sort of way. No, Jar would know actually. Jar's used it before.
Oh Lord. Do you hear that, Jar? I guess we're gonna be talking later.
Did you not see what Jar just typed? Hold on.
Yeah, Jar, you mistyped horribly there, Jar.
Can we not pull attention to it, please?
Jar, hold on. No, we're pulling attention to that.
Can we not? Oh my God.
Jar,
what
do I know how to use?
My services as an English teacher, if you want some.
Look, Jar does genuinely suffer from dyslexia. That's why he types poorly sometimes.
Oh, I know. I do the same.
Hey, Leo Convoy, what did you say? I know what to use, or was it Peaches who said that?
We both did. It's about the YouTube editor. We'll have to get together with you about it and try to see if we can get something edited out.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's very simple to use.
Okay, we'll get over that. But
so I do have to go to bed soon. So
that's fine. You go ahead and head out. But I want to talk to Benadryl Hatman.
Okay, before I go, all I do have to say is, Lyle, I am sorry to you, and to Peaches, I am also sorry to you. I know it.
I've given you my answer to that.
I know.
But you probably got to live with Peaches never forgiving you. Just keep it in mind next time you get into something like this.
I understand.
You can't. If you're a victim of stuff like that, man, you shouldn't be joking about it.
Hey, Lyle, I have a quick question for you. We're talking about.
I have a quick answer for you.
Thank you. Cass Warfox, right? That's the name.
That's the name of the individual who runs the Fox Mafia. Yes.
Oh fuck! I am friends with this person. I am friends with this person.
Jump ship now.
I'm jumping ship right
but
now.
No, I would like to speak to Benadryl Hatman because they have ducked me in calls for the last time.
Okay, sorry, Lyle, my bad. Could you allow me to send you some messages beforehand?
I'll add you.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
All I have to say is that I'm lucky that I never joined the cat server, because he asked me about joining because I was questioning about it. I was like, nah. But now, like, this happening, like, I'm just glad because it's just crazy.
Oh, I've always hated Cass. I think Cass is a spineless nitwit. I really do, because he talks a big game and then backs nothing up with substance, which unfortunately a lot of people in the commentary community do. So
Oh, dude, we could trade stories. Do you have any idea how many people with large subs that have come into Senate and they like immediately have glass tongues?
Yes,
It's amazing.
I do. I watch the videos and I laugh my fucking ass off about it.
Okay.
It's the worst.
But real quick, Benadryl Hat Man, gonna ask you to unmute.
I'm gonna mute for this.
Like I said, I am all ears.
I am also going to mute.
Okay. I tried to take an issue I had with you to you months ago, and your response was to talk about how Senate is an Orwellian sex cult.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it's funny to make people mad online.
You posted that before knowing I would ever see it. We both know that that's you backpedaling on why you said it.
Oh, I know that everything that's said about Senate gets back to Senate. That's why I said it.
Is that also why you were a pussy and didn't get in call?
No, it's because I have a fucking life.
Do you now? Because from what I've seen posted in Cass's server, you don't have a life.
I don't know, but you've been in gay baby jail a lot.
You don't say. I've been in big... You don't say. Oh, aren't you a smart cookie? How is that a retort for what I just said?
So you have people spying for you. Got it.
No, I see you typing in gay baby jail.
Yeah, it's a hard one to say.
Yeah, it can be, but my point still stands. I see you typing in there too. You don't have a life. Don't kid yourself, and don't kid me with that. What is it with every single
And
one
you
of
have
you?
a life?
I always have to break down all of your nonsense and all of your excuses instead of you just owning it like a freaking adult.
I'm not denying anything you say. I am an absolute...
So you're admitting that you don't have a life.
I have a fucking life when I have a fucking life. I haven't had much of one recently because I got laid off.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that happen, but that doesn't make an excuse for you acting like a scumbag.
Well, I am a scumbag. Deal with it.
No, I think what's going to happen is sooner or later, because you still live with your parents, they're going to get tired of you and toss you out and you're going to wind up on the streets.
I plan to move out pretty soon.
I'm sure you're going to move in with some other weird sexual degenerate furry, because that's what you people do.
Could I finish something? It was mainly about finding a stable apartment situation at the moment.
You're a scumbag. Why should you care about an apartment? Why don't you just go loiter somewhere?
Because I don't want to get raped and murdered.
Aren't you tough? You're part of the Fox Mafia. Come on, where's that fire?
Read the fucking room. I'm a woman who lives in a high crime area.
Lacking.
I can't just be fucking homeless.
I'm reading the room and I see you lacking. You have no real conviction. You got no fire or anything, not unless you have backup dancers, and that's pathetic. How old are you?
You're resorting to classism, and that's pathetic.
Classism. Can you define that for me?
Classism. Scolding somebody who is in lower standards than yourself.
I'm scolding you for your lack of drive.
Am I ever going to speak? God fucking damn. My brother in Christ. You told me, why should I wait for an apartment situation? Why don't you just go loiter somewhere?
Uh-huh. It's a question. How is that classism? You're the one who said you're a scumbag. Why should I care what happens to you?
Why do you even care that I'm here then?
Because I wanted to see if you actually had any fire in your belly, and unfortunately you have disappointed me just like everybody else in your goofy little clique.
I know, I'm a fucking disappointment. Deal with it.
Well, Lio, can I ask something?
I suppose.
I'm just wondering, Benadryl Hatman, one of the wonderful people in Spurg Mafia. Where's the war?
Where's the what?
Where's the war? Where's my war that we were promised back in February? Where is it?
As in WAR? War?
Yeah. Where is it?
It's been going on.
Has it?
No, it hasn't. What's been happening is you and your goofy little crew of nobody, nothing pussies have just been spam tagging people and talking trash in your server. None of you tried coming into my server, either of them, or Peach's server, because the truth of the matter is, none of you have any courage. You all talk trash about how you're not scared of the fat lion man, but none of you wound up in my DMs. None of you wound up in my servers because you're a circle jerk of troll shielding nitwits.
Who are actually okay with bestiality.
Hold on, let Benadryl talk. I didn't hear them.
Have you ever
Repeat
considered
yourself,
you're just insufferable to talk to?
Oh, so it's because it's another excuse.
That is
Oh,
hilarious.
you're so
coming from
insufferable to
you.
talk to. I didn't even try to
I
stop
know I'm
you.
insufferable. I know I'm a fucking horrible person.
Where's
I
my
know
roll?
my
Hold
life
on,
means
hold on.
nothing to
Don't
this
go
world,
up on them
and
like
that my
that.
only contribution will be when I die and feed the fucking worms. I know. Go ahead.
Well, if you're sitting here
Hold
and you
on.
call me your brother in Christ, why don't you seek God if you feel so discontented in life?
Because God is dead.
If God was
Thanks,
dead, you
Ed.
would be too. So knock that off.
I
I'm not
wish
here to
I
listen
was
to your
dead.
sob story.
Don't
I'm not
Okay,
here to
let's
listen.
chill out.
I'm not here to listen to the fact that your parents did not raise you properly. I may be sorry that happened. It's very apparent. But you sitting here trying to put lashes upon yourself instead of just taking accountability and owning your actions is never going to help you.
What were my
accountability
actions?
requires
What
maturity.
did I do other than association? Tell me.
Association, sitting back and letting these things happen, not taking people to task for their own nonsense, which, by the way, you are guilty
Oh,
of
by
too.
the way, VC text. I'd love to respond to you guys, but there's a cooldown.
Like,
Sorry about
yeah,
it.
tagging
I'll get to you
Benadryl
guys
every
eventually.
5 seconds is just kind of dumb. So
Hold on,
please.
can I ask something?
Oh, may I say something about this?
Let me go
Am I-
first, and then you can go.
Thank you. So I just have a small question, Mandrill Hatman. Actually, two. First off, why is Vlad suddenly in gay baby jail?
Oh, let me go take a look.
Hmm?
I don't know. Let me go take a look.
Alright. Like, I'm not trying to be snarky with you, like, I'm just tired.
Like, is he in the voice channel or is he in the text channel?
No, he has the role.
Oh, I don't know. Let's take a look.
That's surprising. What the hell?
That's Gidget. She's demanding entry into the room, and I will not let her. But I'm going to have to, otherwise she's going to keep doing that, and the wife's going to be going to bed soon, and I don't want to irritate her because Gidget decides that she has to be into my office.
Trying to figure out who did this. Let's see, it's gay baby jail, which means he had to have been demoted. Did Cass do this?
If you've got a mod roll, you could look at the audit log and find out in 2 seconds.
I was about to
Oh,
say
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's amazing how that person gets demoted once it's been put out to the public instead of literally in front of Cass's face. So if you sit there and you tell me that you're a
Show that
scumbag,
his roles were removed in the audit log.
if you're sitting here
That's-
telling me that you are a scumbag, then why in the world would you spend time around a bunch of people that allegedly do predator hunting?
I'm a scumbag, not a monster.
And yet you share the same amount of brain cells as any of them.
And
Yep.
I do have a
You're not a
second
monster, but
question.
you didn't take issue with Gilded Poo posting bestiality porn.
May I call out the guilt trippy behavior?
No, hold on.
Oh, please do, because it's there.
No, hold on.
There are
I have a
so
second
many
question.
people tag me. Hold on.
Can
Because
you
I
guys
know-
stop tagging them, please?
Yeah, it's just stupid. Stop.
Because I noticed how they kept on using certain keywords to describe themselves in a negative
No,
light.
I caught it too. That's why I did not
Please.
address it.
Guilt tripping? No, I just don't like myself. If you ever talk to me, you'll figure that out.
Right.
So
I have-
instead of actually addressing anything, you're just going to be, oh, yeah, I'm shit, yeah, I'm trash, yeah.
Well,
And
yeah, if
on
you
top of
insult
that,
me, I'm
no,
going
hold
to
on,
tell you
hold
how
on
it
a
is.
moment, and instead of actually, addressing anything Lio says, you'd rather either play the victim, you'd rather straw man the argument, or just completely bring yourself down. Which really, I guess that does go to prove all of your points that you got the maturity and brain cells of a rock, but just saying.
Please let me speak. I am what's the fucking word? Hold on. I don't know if demonizing is the right word. That's really good. Strong myself in response to you demonizing myself. I know, piece of shit. I know I run from fucking everything. I know.
Then take accountability.
For what? I still have not been told what I need to take accountability
Here,
for.
let's try this instead. Here's what I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that you've had a really rough life. Your parents didn't treat you properly. You were probably abused in one way or another, and this is how you respond to reality because you don't know how to deal with that abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So if you recognize the problem, instead of sitting there talking about how terrible you are and continuing that behavior, change the behavior.
All right.
Going the wrong way in traffic, and there's nothing wrong with your vehicle, you can change the direction you're going. If you sit there and you get smart aleck with the cop who pulled you over saying, yeah, I am going in the wrong direction. Obviously, that's what I'm doing. That doesn't mean you're not going to go to jail for reckless driving. It just means you're dumb. So stop being dumb. Guessing you're in your early 20s, you're old enough to stop being dumb. Lord. That is what Cass's entire server is, isn't it? A bunch of trolls. This is why none of you want up in my DMs. Because none of you can actually handle any of this conversation, because I'll dismantle you. It's embarrassing.
It is very frustrating to hear the conversation grind to a halt simply because someone just puts a wall in there that says, I'm a bad person, and then doesn't move past that. Please.
I'm willing to bet that the cast server is just full of the same behavior, but like they're just circle jerking about this behavior. Instead of just continuing to admit that you have a problem, you should actually seek help for the problem instead of letting it sit there, festering inside you. It's not healthy.
You know I'm not already seeking help for it.
Get therapy.
Genuinely change
How do
your
you know I'm not in therapy?
Well, we don't know if you're not.
Okay,
it's just
cool.
that
Let me ask you then, are you in therapy?
At the moment, yes.
Then I think you need to spend less time doing internet, quote-unquote, blood sports, which, by the way, isn't blood sports. You're all pussies. Work on yourself. Find an actual hobby you enjoy. Like, what is wrong with you people? Lord.
being an internet tough man is not going to help your case. I mean,
Especially when you're not actually tough. Here's the truth of the matter. A rich man doesn't need to tell you he's rich.
Lumi, did you ever get to ask your question?
Oh, I am so sorry.
Hold
Oh,
on.
no, it's fine. I was
Make an
gonna...
answer about what's happening with Vlad.
Yeah, that's one. And actually, that's already been sorted. Cass came in saying a mod did it, and a mod discussion will be held in regards to it because he was, it seems, unrightfully gay baby gel, despite having,
unrightfully.
Yeah, because, storing zoophilic content, just bestiality in general, is fucking fine. Second, though, it was something just to lighten the mood a bit. Did you figure out the alt yet? Did you figure it out?
No,
Or
not
do you need to-
yet. Not yet. I haven't gotten the hint. Your message boy's pretty bad.
do you want me to?
That's all you
do you want me
get.
to give you the clue?
Oh, yeah, give me a clue.
You guys can do that. I'm going to have to hop off because I've said everything I think I need to. As
Good one,
always,
Lyle, man.
my servers are open. If anybody has questions or whatever, that's fine. But I am tired of the gross comments, the conspiracy theory nonsense, and the faux tough guy act from a bunch of weirdos who just troll shield because they're all sexually weird. And to Benji, I told you what I told you. Keep it in mind.
I do apologize. Yeah, sorry. I do apologize for what I've done.
Lio, before you get going, did he leave?
Go ahead, Jar. Go ahead.
Okay.
I think he might have already left.
Who did you want me to help? Who did you want me to help edit out a section of their video?
Me.
You?
Me.
Oh, okay. Hit me up whenever you want to do that.
All right.
If that's the
All right.
case, I'm gonna head out. The mods are
Hold
assembling
on.
to try to figure out what happened with Vlad.
Hold
Go
on.
forth and spurg out.
Wait,
Hold
before
on.
you go, before you go, can I ask you a question? Well, just like,
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Do you want to go first? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, I keep getting cut off.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
You dickheads. I was gonna give them a clue for the alt. It's not a silent alt. I've actually spoken in the server. And I think that's a
Okay.
very nice clue.
Alright.
Lumi, why are you helping them? They're the Fox Mafia. They'll dig it out.
Shh. It's called pity.
There's a lot of silent people in there, and I can't be fucked.
I would like to say something.
Wait, oh.
One at a time.
I'm
The
always
person
open
who
for
let me
DMs
speak,
if you
go
want to say
first.
something.
Oh, thank you. I was just going to say that I'm okay. I'm not trying to I'm not attacking. I'm just saying this. If you are currently seeking help and getting therapy to change your behavior, I don't think that you doing this back and forth and attacking and saying all these mean words to people are actually improving your mental health at all. I feel like you're going back into your behavior, and I feel like you should voice that to your therapist about how you're going back into your old behavior. It's not healthy, and it's actually getting kind of concerning now because now you're joining servers and voicing these opinions. and
How
you're
do
just
you
trying.
know anything about my old behavior?
Well, still, if you're still trying to figure out these problems and you're still trying to change and become better and stuff, you shouldn't be doing this stuff, you know? You shouldn't. Because if you're truly trying to change, you shouldn't be in that server in the first place. That's all I'm going to say.
I'd like to say one thing to Benadryl Hatman. If you and your Fox Mafia are still wanting this war, our server's open. We didn't close it unlike you guys. So I'm out. Peace.
Question though, because I still don't know after all this time. Where is the link to the?
Go to Lyo's video.
called
It's
Senate?
in the
Oh, okay,
description.
okay. It's a YouTuber server. Got it.
Also,
It's not, but sure, just yeah, sure.
Also, do you think you can talk to Lyle about something? I don't know. It's just revolving around someone that I know.
Talk to Lyo? If so, then yes, he's pretty much always got his DMs open.
Because I know something about Foxen and the drama about them, but I really need to get it off my chest to them.
Yeah, Lyo has expressed that he's always got his DMs open, so DM him. When he's able to, he'll probably get to it. So. Hold on. Monstrous is saying find a moderator or administrator.
Actually, if I may chip in as somebody who is part of the Senate administration and moderation team, there is one specific mod who is really involved with this called Heaton. So I advise that you reach out to Heaton.
Yeah. The issue is I don't have screenshots of the whole situation, but I do have like a log of all the group chat that I had during the whole drama that I like to give to them but it's in a HTML file because usually I tend to log the whole thing in a Discord chat saver in case of crap like this happening.
Okay, so you're in Senate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tip off Heaton. I've taken note of your user.
Alright, I'm ahead of my way. We're sort of assembling to try to figure out what went down with Vlad. If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. And I'll answer them.
Can I say something quick?
Sure.
Yeah, my phone's about to die, so I'll just get straight to the point. It's just that it's been a beautiful day out, and instead of seeing the beauty of the world, you guys are choosing to do this. I just don't understand it.
Is this a roundabout way of saying go touch grass?
Brother Christ, I was out long enough and I got sunburned real bad. I don't want to hear shit about going outside.
Yeah, it's around about when I'm going to go touch
I'm
grass.
not going outside because it was sunburn as well at the moment.
I didn't get sunburned, but I did go outside to see a movie today, and I couldn't stop sneezing because fuck you, Spring.
What movie did you see?
The Mario movie, and I actually did
I
enjoy
saw
it. It was
that a
very
couple
cute.
days ago. It was really good.
It was cute as hell. I loved it.
I'm basically trying to say that it's a lot more than that. There's more to life than just trying to act like a tough on the internet. I gotta hop out because my phone's about to die. See you guys.
All right, my dude, take care.
Alright, go hop out. Gotta do my shit. If you need me, DM me. Bye.
Bye. And Benji, I do genuinely want to say, I do appreciate that you take accountability for all this. I do. I understand that, you can't be on your server all the time. And again, as someone that owns a server and, is never fucking there, I do appreciate you, saying, look, I accept accountability and not doubling down like 90% of people do for some fucking reason. Also, Monstrous is saying, do not forget about Endo, and I agree.
Yeah, I've forgotten. I was just waiting for the chat to quiet down. So is Endo still here? Okay, they are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. So, Pizza, since I was informed that Endo is actually a sexual abuse victim, I do need you to apologize to them about that comment you made to them.
I'm going to respond to that, and I need everybody to pipe down because I'm going to make a very important point. I can't count how many times on both hands how many people like to weaponize their traumas. Before you come at me, no, hear me the fuck out. Before you come at me, you don't know what I've been through. I don't feel the need to wear my traumas on my sleeve, right? You shouldn't be sharing that kind of shit to people on the internet. You need to, if something like that bothers you to this day, if you've been through something as severe as that, you need to go to a professional. People on the internet are not meant to substitute what a professional can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
can I have something to say? But it's normal to say to somebody, "Oh, sit on my face." So if you go outside, you talk to somebody, "Oh, sit on my face." You tell that to somebody, like some rando. Is that fine? Do you tell that to your mom? Do you tell that to your family? Do you ever tell that to anybody? Sit on my face. Is that normalized?
That'd be fucking strange to say it to my mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that is not right.
Sexual harassment.
So
it is sexual harassment.
Okay, if you're if you believe that you're being harassed, use the fucking block button.
Oh, but
okay, what's that gonna do?
Hang on.
I have one question.
Pizza, I'm gonna make this real clear real quick.
Sure.
If you at any point, if you're still in the server, you're not apologizing. I don't know how Benji's gonna treat this, but I will leave it up to him. If you were still in the server and you start making any kind of sexual jokes or comments, I'm just gonna start warning you for them because it is fucking annoying to see those. I'm gonna be real. I'm just tired of people doing it.
Do whatever you feel you need to do, I guess.
Also, I do remember you saying how you care about grooming victims in one call and everything. I was there, and like, it's kind of funny that you're telling that to me.
Wait, what?
Yeah, remember me? I was in the Senate. You're in there saying how Peaches and Lio are fucked. They're completely fucked. They're so fucked because of Gilded Pooh's video.
No, you're pulling shit out of your ass. No, I'm sure that shit's
That
still
is
there,
funny.
and people can go
That
back and
is
look at that.
funny.
You were
That is very funny.
You were the same person who told me that I was lying, that about Peaches saying that there was no evidence in Cass's stream, and people gave you a timestamp, and for whatever reason, you still wanted to say that I was lying. And people handed
Because
you
you
that
just showed me
evidence.
Gilded Pooh's video.
No, it
That
was
thing's a
Peaches'
mess.
video.
Mm-hmm.
It was Peaches' video.
Okay. I mean, you can keep on, but you're not going to say sorry to me. You're just going to be like, oh, well, it's the internet. It's the internet. But it's completely fine to tell somebody to sit on their face.
Yep.
I have a question for Pizza, by the way. Would you like it if somebody would just say that to your little sister and just tell her just to block them and ignore them?
I'd expect her to block them and ignore them, yeah. If it was bothering her, what my sister did. My sister's an adult. She can do whatever the fuck she wants to.
That's not the point. I was just saying, like, you know, if it were my little sister that you were to tell that to, I would not be happy.
Wait. When you say little sister, are you implying that it, like a child?
No, anybody, for that matter. I worded it wrong. Sorry. Like, if it were like anybody who was my sibling, for that matter, you said that to, I would not be happy. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
Okay.
This kind of gets away from the point. If you've offended them, and you know you offended them, regardless of your own opinion on the matter, why is it so hard to say sorry?
Because
Exactly.
I don't
sorry.
expect
Look, I'm
anybody. I don't expect anybody to apologize for me if I'm bothered by something.
That is entirely not the point. That is entirely not the point. The point is, Endo expressed, I did not like that comment. You doubled down and said, well, don't weaponize your trauma.
No, hold on.
And go ahead.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Do you know what consent is?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, do you? Yes or no? It's a very simple question, Pizza. Do I need to simplify it a bit more?
Yes, do, please.
All right. So do you know what it means when somebody says yes or no?
No, I'm retarded. Please explain to me.
I can tell. Because you're 29 and you're fucking okay with making fucking comments like that. Oh my God, you're a fucking
Look,
child.
Pizza, why is it so hard for you to admit that you were just being fucking weird and just be like, yeah, my bad?
I never said
Like,
it was
it's-
hard
it's
for me to
really-
admit that I'm weird. I am fucking weird.
Oh, I know you didn't
tell
say
them you're
that.
sorry, then.
I know, but I'm saying, why can't you just admit your fault in this? Because it's very clear that you are at fault in this. There is an issue here, and you're just like, oh, well, it's the internet. GG, loser. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. We're not in Halo 3. You're not gonna just get away with, oh, it's online. I'll say whatever the fuck I want.
So let me get this straight. If I don't say sorry, that is going to burden not just the one I was speaking to, but everybody who witnessed it from here on out. That's going to weigh down on your guys' days.
It's called holding someone accountable, Pizza.
Dude, it's
You would just
literally a
say
thing of
sorry,
like,
dude.
look, if it was a case of like you made a joke, like you made a joke about like, oh my, like a house burning down and someone got offended, whatever. That's not like that big of a deal. This is the thing of like you made a sexual comment to someone and they were not comfortable with it. That is a much bigger deal.
They could have just told me to fuck the hell off. I didn't know who the fuck they were, and I could say
You could just
and you
tell
were
them sorry.
informed. You were informed. It's not hard to be like, oh, I didn't know, my bad.
Okay.
Wait, I have a genuine question for people.
Hold on a moment. If I told someone, suck a dick, and they said, I'm not okay with you saying that, my response wouldn't be, oh, well, it's on the internet. My response would be, all right, sorry,
Wait.
I don't
In what situation would you? No, wait, back up. Everybody shut up for a second. I want to ask a genuine question. In what situation would you be upset enough with somebody to tell them to go suck a dick and they say, that hurt my feelings, and you actually, like, unironically say sorry? Like, that never fucking happens. Anyway.
But it's okay to say to somebody, say on their face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How is telling someone sit on my face literally any better? And yeah, I get suck a dick is an angry statement. Sit on my face, a joking statement. But the point here still remains. The person you said it to is saying, look, I don't appreciate that you said that. The mature response would be, all right, I'm sorry. Look, you're upset by it. Fine. Sorry. Even if you don't think you're necessarily at fault here, the mature response is, they're offended. I apologize. End of discussion. We all move on with our fucking lives. Don't double down. We've seen it a million times before on the internet. When people double down, how does that look? Never good.
There's a difference between doubling down and being consistent. I didn't say that people were in the wrong to be upset. You can be upset on the fucking internet. Everybody gets fucking upset on the internet. One way or the other.
Yeah, that's literally said it. Hang on.
Okay.
Pizza, you have seen plenty of instances of me being an asshole and me being like, yeah, I like being an asshole online. I think it's funny. There are plenty of instances where I make jokes and someone will be like, yo, please don't say that or joke about that. I'll be like, oh shit, my bad.
Wait, he's
exactly.
He was just talking?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I don't pay attention. That's what instances?
I mean, obvious.
Okay. Well, obviously. Okay. So there was someone who was talking. Leo Convoy was talking to. I don't remember who they were, but I said, I can barely. Is it just me, or can anyone else barely understand this guy? And someone said, oh, they go by she, and I was like, oh yeah. Sorry about misgendering. I don't know this person. They could be a horrible person who eats babies or is not subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't know them, but I apologize anyway.
Never change, Char. Never change.
Never change, my guy.
But in all honesty, I agree with him. It's not a point of, look, on the internet, people going to get offended. That's completely not the point. The point is, you say something. Y person says something, X person gets offended, Y person apologizes. It's that simple. It's just that simple.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I have an actual genuine question for you, Pizza. Do you find it appropriate to come into a situation where people are grieving out their problems? Do you find it appropriate to make sexual comments to people you apparently do not know very well?
They spoke about me. I responded.
They said, "Yo, there's pizza." Is your response to that being a sexual comment? Is that the go-to for whenever anyone acknowledges your existence?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's.
I think you need to realize. I think the problem here is that you came into this situation and you just assumed that it was okay to run your mouth off to a group of strangers. And when you crossed a boundary with somebody and they very kindly put it to you that you made them uncomfortable, and instead of going, oh shit, man, this is a person who might have, you don't know these people, you don't know any of these people. You could, if you said, haha, your dad died in 9/11, so very funny. Yeah, there could be that one person who did have someone who died very tragically. And if they come to you and say, hey, could you not say that kind of thing around me? Your response should never fucking be, oh, lol, man, you're just getting mad for no reason, trauma, lol.
That should never be your response. You're putting the blame on Endo for not blocking you when all they're asking for here is an apology. They're not getting upset or mad about it. All they wanted was a sorry.
Okay, so here's my question, right? Now, if I was uppity enough to say something random that made somebody uncomfortable, and I wasn't initially ready to apologize when they demanded that I apologize, which honestly I don't even know if it was them that demanded that. It looked to me as if everybody else was demanding that. But anyway,
it was as far as I remember.
Anyway, right?
One of those
What makes you
apologies
think?
were also trying to get you to
Hold on. What makes you think that if I were to go and say sorry, you actually think it'd be legitimate? Like, here's a better question: if somebody deep down was somebody you would say is an asshole, right? Somebody that you wouldn't be able to stand, right? Would you rather know that so that you could avoid them, or would you rather them pretend to be somebody else while actually being an asshole?
This is
Here, I can answer this. I can answer this for you perfectly.
We're not trying to.
Hold on.
Can I please respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
You go first, then Jar had something to say.
My response to that would be, this is my criticism of your initial reaction. This is, like, you have now reacted incredibly poorly when I'm criticizing you for the fact that your initial reaction should have been, oh shit, I'm sorry. Like, my criticism starts with the fact that you should have just said sorry at the beginning.
No, if I ever say
Like,
something,
this is applying to the scenario of which you kept going, which you did, and you've proven yourself that you're kind of an asshole.
I haven't kept going with anything.
Okay.
I'm getting frustrated.
Okay.
There have been situations where I would make a joke and someone gets mad. Even if I'm not sorry that I made the joke, I'll still say my bad.
Okay,
why I did not mean to offend them.
Okay.
All right.
Because I did not mean to offend someone.
Jar has something to say.
Okay, so no one is trying to force you to apologize. You're not Neko Koda. I mean, you're not Carmen Ryder, and we're not Neko Koda. But what we're trying to say, we're trying to explain to you why it's bad. It's like, here's the thing. I don't think you should ever, like, I don't think you need to apologize for just randomly calling someone an asshole. But, like, when you're talking about something that they've faced trauma with, that's a little bit different. I don't know who brought up the whole sucking dick thing, apologize for it. That was a dumb example, but, like, this is a bit more serious than just calling someone an asshole. I just want to make that clear.
Can I jump in for a hot second? Raven, a total stranger, I know. The thing is, what they're mad about most of the time, and I don't want to say mad because it's probably not mad, is the fact that it came out of nowhere. There was no context to it. There was no indication that you were going to do it. And there was no indication that it was going to happen in general. And as for your asshole example, I have dealt with assholes. And it literally depends on, like, the person and their past experiences. It can depend on who does what. So there's a very nuanced answer to that. The reason why they want you to apologize is because you broke a boundary, not just because you offended them, but you broke a boundary, you made them feel uncomfortable, you possibly triggered them. But that might be me projecting. Endo can confirm that.
Oh, no. Mostly it was like, I didn't like, okay, if I was insulting you, like, about your private parts or anything like that, that's completely understandable. You could go full hammer. But I did it. I just said, oh, shit, pizza's here, basically. And then, because I didn't expect you to be in the call. I was just like, what the hell? Nothing. And then you just tell me, sit on my face. And I was like, damn, dude. Out of nowhere. Like, yeah, I'll admit to it. It was, like, out of fucking nowhere. That's where I kind of got a little confused about.
It blindsided him.
Mm-hmm.
If, like, you go up to a stranger that you say you recognize, and they go, oh, shit, it's... And you go, oh, shit, it's, say, Jack Black. And Jack Black goes, suck my dick.
Yeah, it'll be like, what the fuck?
Be like,
They'll be out of nowhere.
We're back to the submit.
Yeah, I know.
Like, Jack Black tells you, sit on my face, or like, Jack Black, let's go behind the doors.
to legendary Jack Black, my homie.
Bro, your
My
voice
point
Bowser
is,
was great.
the reason why they want an apology is because you made them incredibly uncomfortable, and the fact that you're refusing to apologize is digging yourself into more of a hole than you want. Apologizing, and it took me a while to learn this, is not bruising your ego, but more of boosting it because it gives you more credibility and honesty.
And honesty?
Yes, because it gives you more transparency
if I were to just
and
if I were to,
willingness to allow yourself to be held accountable.
so you
It
would just
allows
take
people to
me on
trust
my
people more.
word if I were to say sorry. You wouldn't question whether or not the apology was legitimate.
Oh well, I'd
No,
fucking hope that you
what
wouldn't do it
I
again.
what I look for personally after an apology, and this depends person to person, is whether they act on that apology and try to change as a person.
That's what I was gonna say. If you were to do it in the first place without us having to tell you to say sorry, like if you had done it right away, this wouldn't be an issue right now.
Like literally,
The fact that
okay,
you've dug
I
yourself
like
into more of a hole has made it bigger of an issue and it's snowballed.
yeah, like I get the whole I want to be an asshole online. You know, get over it. Fucking block me if you don't like. I get that. Okay, I do that stuff too. I think it's funny. But if someone comes up to me and they're like, "Oh, hey, I don't like that," and you're not just instantly being an ass about it, I will apologize, whether I think it was wrong for me to make a joke or not.
I've had that happen to me. I've made an inappropriate joke or said an inappropriate comment, and I've had someone come into my DMs after that call, and they've been like, "Hey, I didn't like X, Y, and Z." So I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Can I have a reason why?" So I know not to do it in the future.
I do want to address something with VC chat, and this is actually in defense of Pizza. As I recall, Pizza did say they were not aware of the sexual trauma before making the statement. That being said, that doesn't excuse the statement, because after being informed you didn't apologize, and I would expect you to, but I will say that in Pizza's defense, did not know before making the statement. Still not okay in my opinion, but didn't know before making the statement.
Yeah, I completely understand
Yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
I'm not against it. I'm just like kind of like why would you say that to a random person? Like, you know, it's like you go outside, you'd be like, sit on my face. They're like, oh, hey, Brandy, sit on my face.
Monstrous, I agree. It doesn't matter. I'm simply saying, don't say that. You know, they were saying it knowing that they were a victim. Because in my opinion, that does make things a little worse, but again, only a little bit.
I'm like, what I'm saying with this is like, it doesn't make it better. It makes it worse with the way this has gone, where you were told why someone didn't like it, and it is a very good reason to be against what was said. You know, like the best reason you can have, really. And instead, you're like, oh, well, just like block me, Lamau, instead of being like, oh shit, my bad, I did not know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of just
Out of curiosity, sorry for interrupting. Is there any particular reason why you don't want to apologize, or why you're refusing to apologize?
Yeah, because it's ultimately on the other person whether or not to continue being around me or associating with me, interacting with me. It is
On the other
their
person.
decision.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. That is such
Everyone
a bullshit
chill?
response. I'm sorry.
Everyone
That is such a
chill?
bullshit
It's
response.
not about that.
It's not on
about that.
the-
It's a matter of principle of like, oh hey, let me be less of an asshole for one moment. You know, like I'm not saying you're like, oh yeah, you gotta apologize and never say anything ever again. You know, like you can still be an asshole. It's like just be aware.
Can I?
Guys, I'm just gonna ask here because this is going nowhere at this point. So I'm just gonna ask Pizza: are you just going to apologize to them or not? Just a simple question.
I'm going to be consistent.
Can I,
All right.
Can I say something, Pizza?
Adios.
I hope that you were aware that that sort of attitude will not turn out well in future relationships that you may want to pursue. Business relationships, romantic relationships, friendships. You are not going to be able to blame everyone else for your actions.
There's never been a time where I've done that.
You
just did. Really?
Really?
All-
Fucking gas.
I
All I
literally
wanna
said
say-
that I'm an asshole.
All I want to say is,
no,
hang on.
Everybody, calm down.
Hang on, everyone.
Chill out. Shut up.
Everyone
Hey,
chill.
chill. Shut up.
You
I see
saying
how it
I'm
is.
an asshole doesn't that does not look. I'm an asshole. I know I'm an asshole. I'll tell everybody I know I'm an asshole. My family says I'm an asshole. My friends tell me I'm an asshole. I know I'm an asshole. I admit I'm an asshole. But when I offend somebody, and I know I offend somebody, I say, look, I'm sorry. You know, I said something stupid. I say something stupid all the fucking time. I say stupid shit on the internet all the fucking time. If somebody's offended, I'll apologize. Why? Because that's taking accountability for something stupid you did. It is simple as that.
Pizza, I heard that cackle. You know what you're doing.
No, I'm laughing at how fucking crazy people are over something that's literally.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna say this. It doesn't. It's not gonna change anything. I would just. Yeah. We're not gonna get. We're not gonna get an apology.
One at a time.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
One
There's not gonna be an apology or anything. You already see how this person is. There's no point.
Hold on.
So like,
Let Monster.
yeah, I'm just gonna leave out of the chat because like this fucker.
Part of shut up is not
Guys,
Can someone mute them?
everyone shut the fuck up, or we're gonna start passing mutes out.
Holy fuck. Okay. This is the one time I've asked to speak this entire VC.
Yeah,
Pizza,
you can
I don't know-
speak.
Thank you. Pizza, I don't know what your fucking problem is. It is so easy to just sit there and say I'm sorry. But I can tell you right now, if you refuse to say I'm sorry to Endo, then the very next time you ever need help from anyone, I don't care who it is, I will make sure you do not get it. I will 100% make sure you do not fucking get it. And I don't want to hear any bitch fast about, oh, Lyle didn't help me.
You think that I would go to anybody for? In what situation would I need help from somebody?
Easy.
I literally just said
this whole shit.
that people shouldn't be spewing their shit on the internet. Don't overshare. If you need help, go to a professional.
Chill. I let you talk. You can let me talk. Okay? It is so easy. It doesn't matter whether you're genuinely sorry. You can sit there when someone says, and the whole server tells you, hey, that shit wasn't cool. And say, you know what? You're right. That wasn't fucking cool. I was telling you to fuck off. That's it. So fucking easy. I know that's really hard for you to comprehend. I know that your IQ is like tepid fucking water, but you can fucking do it, Pizza. I believe in you, Pizza. So fucking easy.
Appreciate you believing in me.
And if I may speak, I got told just not that long ago, not saying anyone in the server, and like an adult, I accepted to not say it just purely based on it's a rule. I don't believe it's right for them to restrict me from that. I don't believe it's okay for them to do that. But I'm an adult. I know it. I know it's the internet, but I'll still care because it's something that somebody doesn't want there to be. You apologizing, Endo, doesn't have to be genuine. It doesn't have to be real. You can just say, "Oh, sorry."
Wait,
that's it.
So then what's the point of doing it? It's literally just mumbling a word and like conforming to what everybody else believes. It's not being genuine at all.
It's literally just to give someone peace of mind. That's what the point is.
Okay,
so it's about being an adult.
Situation.
It's about being an adult.
If
You're not a
somebody,
little baby bitch.
If somebody
Raven's trying to speak.
I'm gonna put you in a hypothetical situation. Say someone was an asshole to you. Refuse to apologize. This is not about you. This is something that I've had happen to myself. And then just continues to be an asshole, harass you and your friends, and also just gaslight you. Would you want them to apologize to you?
No, I literally already said that I never expect anybody to apologize to me.
Why is that?
And that is cool for you. That is not the way the world works, though.
I expect people to
Why
be
do you
straight up
expect
and
people-
honest with me, right? I
Why
don't
do you
expect them
expect
to.
people to not apologize?
I don't.
Yeah, okay, look, so I expect people to be straight up and honest with me too. That's what I want. I want people just to say what they mean, and just say it straight to me.
Hold on.
When
Let
people
Pizza
don't do
have
that,
his
I
retort.
understand.
Let Pizza have his retort.
I mean, I was kind of already done with it.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair is fair. Look, this is. I agree. This is just fucking going round in goddamn circles. Look, my man, you want to be an asshole on the internet, be a fucking asshole on the internet, but like, don't expect everybody has the same, beliefs as you. And if somebody expects you to apologize, at least just fucking apologize. That's my piece, and I'm saying it. Done.
Look, like a prime example. A prime example of like being an asshole online. I like a few days, like this last week, I got into a fight with someone in this server. I started off as me just making a joke, I went back, so I made another joke. And then after, I have autism, that's why I act this way. I don't stand for that, so I kept going at them. They brought up parental issues, I brought up their parental issues. They told me their parents died. I made fun of it, because I don't stand by the fucking, I have autism thing. I don't let that fly, that shit pisses me off. Should I have done it? Probably not, but I did.
That doesn't fly around here. Pete, last thing before I go. The reason to mumble that thing is so that you can have a little bit of integrity, so that people actually trust you with something. You will not get anywhere with that attitude. Good night.
Take care.
Okay, so like I just want to make it clear though that people are not exactly mad about what you said, they're mad about you not apologizing for it. I mean, I've said some everyone in Senate knows I've said some stupid shit in the server, and I've misgendered people by plenty of times. I mean, the priest who retired early, it's going to be a long shot if I make it to heaven.
I'm sorry, I love you, Jar. You just never change, man. Never change.
You're great, Jar.
Yeah. Misgendering
Guys, thanks for
somebody is
wrapping up.
different.
My internet hero.
Any chance I can say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, whoever said that, go ahead.
Wait, which one? Two people.
Seawolf. Seawolf.
Yeah, this may sound odd, but I'm gonna defend Pizza a little bit. I don't think he should apologize if he doesn't actually think he did anything wrong.
It's a thing of, look, hang on.
Hold on. Can I just say something? Because it's really late. Well, I don't think he should be around people if he cannot control himself. He's 29, not 12.
Yeah.
Could I say one? I'm just going to say something real quick to Pizza.
Hold on. That better not have been someone from Senate. Was that someone from Senate who said that?
Fucking get him.
No.
Said what?
Was that someone from Senate who said that?
Said what?
Who said one?
Who said that he shouldn't fucking apologize, blah, 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 blah.
If he doesn't believe he did anything wrong, it was me. And look, what I'm trying to say, is that if you start making him apologize by forcing it out of him, he's gonna start believing that I can get people off I can do some pretty fucked up shit and get people off my back just by saying sorry.
I don't think it's going to spiral into that. It is not that harsh of an example.
The thing here is we're saying it doesn't matter if you meant it or not at that moment. It's a thing of, just being an adult. Like, if you fuck up, you acknowledge you fucked up, be like, my bad, I didn't mean to offend you.
But
it's also bridge building. It's basic bridge building.
Look, I want to make this.
That'd be fine.
I want to make this clear. It was not my intention to offend somebody when I said sit on my face. What purpose did me saying that have? Honestly,
That's something else that I wanted to get into, but I didn't get the chance. There's very few. The situation where you said that wasn't inappropriate. I can only think of two situations where that would be appropriate, and that would be in something in a little more mature for this kind of conversation, and in other times would be in conversations in private about, say, somebody showing you art of their character. But saying it to somebody else, unless you're absolutely certain that they're okay with that, just don't say it.
Let me just ask her.
Where's this going?
I don't know,
man. Let me ask just a quick question to Sea Wolf, if I can. Are you defending Pizza as playing devil's advocate, or like, just quick question for there?
I don't need
Trying
anybody to
to-
defend me, just for the record.
Less devil's advocate, more trying to get everyone to trying to understand. Get everyone to understand a little bit more on how people
There's
work.
nothing.
More.
I mean,
There's nothing to.
I get the
There's nothing to
I get the argument
understand. Sorry.
I get the argument you're trying to make here. It's like,
Here's the thing, Wolf. This is a 29-year-old who does not understand the concept of saying sorry, whether you, in that moment, mean it or not, or believe you did something wrong, as just a way of being, professional and adult, building bridges, whatever you want to say. It's a matter of, like, just common etiquette.
Thank you.
Since when
You
was
know
the
what?
internet a
You
fun
know what
place?
else is common etiquette? Not forcing somebody to apologize for something.
Yo,
I do understand the point of view.
I've lost.
It's not force. If I may speak one last time, this is one last time I want to speak. What he said was a sexual comment to someone. It doesn't matter if he didn't know what that person went through. It doesn't fucking matter. It's a weird sexual comment that he shouldn't have fucking made in the first place because he doesn't know the person.
Yeah, and I
The
said,
worst part is that he doesn't even know the person's age. He could have said it to a child. I have been thinking on this for this whole conversation.
Children shouldn't be.
In all fairness, it is the
People
Senate.
above
It
the
is the
age
Senate.
of 13 can be in places.
But if they're below 18, we have to ban them from the server. We
Yo,
don't allow them
yo,
to-
yo, yo.
I
Not
did
only.
not know that. I was just
Jesus
saying.
fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah,
There
I
are
know,
best.
but-
Order in the courts,
Okay,
please.
okay. Calm down.
I
it's
literally
the thing-
gave you guys. I literally gave you guys the point that he shouldn't have said it. Por el amor de Dios.
Okay, look, sit down for a second.
Yeah, we just.
I am sitting down.
Let me speak. Okay. They are in Senate. Senate makes sure that people are adults, and they are in here. Kids aren't allowed to be in here. So no, there was.
Not everyone from here is from Senate, though.
You have to
Those
be
two
18
people,
to be in
Endo and
Senate.
Pizza, are from Senate. That's where it took place. The Pizza and Endo are both above the age of 18. That's where it took place.
If this is how he talks to everyone,
Are you really
Who
going to make
knows?
that jump right now? You're going to go out that far.
I don't.
Hold on.
It's not jump.
Correction. Small correction. This happened in this server, not in Senate.
Yeah.
Not in
So
Senate?
Maybe
Okay.
a
I
member
was
of
just
Senate.
saying, you have no idea how old Endo is.
I know they're an
Endo,
adult.
for your knowledge, could be a
No.
child.
There's not a possibility there.
They
They are in
should be.
I'm
Senate.
just saying, they could have been. You have no idea.
Yeah, I do have an idea.
It
You're
is
making
not
us stress.
unreasonable. It is not unreasonable.
Actually,
I want to draw a nice line here. You shouldn't just make sexual remarks to every single person you talk to online. I don't care if you actually do it to every single person, or you just have a select few that you're like, oh yeah, let me make a sexual comment to this random person today. I don't know how you would do that. I'm not gonna assume how you decide who you're gonna make sexual comments to. You just shouldn't do it to people you don't know. Like me and my homies, we joke about sexual stuff all the time, but you won't catch me dead saying sexual shit to someone I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I said when he should know when it's appropriate for him to say stuff like that.
But if he recognizes it's inappropriate, then he should apologize, is our point.
Like Pizza, I get you're a furry, and I understand that furries just cannot keep their dick in their pants. But my brother in Christ, you are 29.
4 years my senior, and somehow I hate
9 years my senior. 9 years my senior.
That may.
Can I
just
please
throw something out there real quick?
All right. Yeah.
I
Who said
apologize.
this?
I apologize to whoever I interrupted. I'll just make this quick because the conversation's kind of bouncing all over the place. But I've seen it said in the VC text a while. I've been thinking it for a minute. This conversation is going nowhere. It's going in a circle. Pizza's either got to or going to apologize or not, and if he doesn't, well, I don't know.
That's why I asked. He said he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, y'all asked him to apologize. There's one thing said about the moderation in the server. What are y'all going to do about it?
I'm leaving the choice up to Benji on what we do, so it's up to him.
I
Me
think Benji
personally,
was
I would just ban him.
I think Benji was just waiting for everyone to hash it out.
Yeah, I was about to ban, and then everyone goes on like, one more thing. It's been one more thing for about 20 minutes.
Apologies,
All right,
my
well,
dude.
let's just sit here. We'll ban him.
One at a time.
End of the
Wait.
line.
I've been trying to say something for the last 20 minutes. Can I just get my thought out real quick before I go to bed?
Everyone.
Yes, this will be the last thing said on the matter.
Okay, thank you. Pizza, you said you didn't want to apologize on the grounds of being consistent, right? Going in a straight line, if you will. Keeping the exact same values. That is why you do not want to apologize, correct?
If I were to apologize, it wouldn't be genuine, and people apparently are okay with me not making a genuine apology. They just want to hear the word.
Okay. So, sorry, Endo, you can go real quick. Or not. Okay. So, I guess my thing here is, why do you want to remain stagnant? People are giving you free advice here for improvement so that you can interact with people better, so that you can get better. Why do you want to stay stagnant, essentially? Why do you not want to realize that maybe your morals are incorrect and maybe you can become a better person from this? I know you're laughing, but I'm being genuinely serious.
Motherfucker's 29. I think we're past the point of betterment at this rate. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm a lost cause, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I think it's about enough.
Can I say something real quick too? Like
else
before this motherfucker gets banned?
It has
Who else
been
needs
a
to say something?
thing for the past.
May. Lucky.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
This is the last
Sorry.
one.
It's the last one. I'm so sorry.
Okay?
It's gonna be the last one, like 5 more times. I'll make it easy.
No, it's
If this is the last one, I'm doing it myself.